Howdy folks, today we are playing Miria's Outrider in Standard, which is a 5-mana 4/4 reach domain. When it enters the battlefield, deal damage to each opponent equals the number of basic land types among lands you control, and we're built around a whole slew of basic land types. Basically every land in our mana base has basic land types except for the Higanjo, Oduar, Takenuma, Beseiju package. And we have a domain deck supporting it with some blink spells. I think we'll probably change the deck up as we go, but the main goal is to win with Miria's Outrider, so we'll make that happen for sure. Alrighty, we're going first. Keeping this hand, seems reasonable enough. Doesn't have any white, but we might find it. Well, darn Epicuries, sure. I'm gonna go Proving Ground. Next turn, we'll play the Joint Exploration. Oni Colt Anvil, okay. See what you're doing over there, opponent. I see you. There we go, we have the Outrider. Go ahead and pass here. Have this Joint Exploration up. Oh, it's coming in on us. They have a Proving Ground. There's some Grixis, another Anvil. It's pretty good for them. Time to sack. Drain gain, make their 1/1s. Terrace Hunter might not be bad. Don't want the Joint Exploration though. Get the Xander's Land into play. Oduar, okay, so we could play this Miria's Outrider and deal 4 damage. I think that's what we'll do. Can get it back with Crawl from Cellar. Now we can block. Got a whole lot of stuff going on. We have this Phyrexia Missionary to block eventually. If they kill this, we can get it back. Okay, they are sacrificing for Voltage Surge, yep. We can get it back with a Phyrexian Missionary. Or just a Diagraph Rebirth. We don't have white mana. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah. Time to get it back. That's the plan. Oh, it's at 13. Not the best looking life total, but... Or did they not sack one of the anvils? So we get away with 1 extra damage? Okay, making their 1/1s. Yep. Gaining some life. Got a Proving Ground. Everything in the yard. No. They can just sacrifice it to prevent damage from happening. So I think we're going to Terra Sunder an Oni Colt Anvil here. Just get rid of the untapped one. Make them do whatever they want now. So that way they can't prevent a block. They want to. They will block. Okay. Yeah, if we had white for this missionary, we'd be feeling pretty good, but we don't have that. Maybe we can draw like Igons or some untapped whites. Jetmir's Garden, some white mana. Yeah, I'll get in there. Do you want to block again? Doesn't care to block. That of Rebirth. Put an oil counter on it. Remove 4 oil counters. Return a creature from graveyard to battlefield. Okay. One gets their 1/1, gets their damage in. We get the Phyrexian Missionary. Yeah, it's a creature card. We don't have any creatures in there. So, yep. Just go ahead and cast it regularly. Attack with our 4/4. Pass the turn. Hope the Phyrexian Missionary gets there. Getting us some enough life. Another Vat of Rebirth, okay. Yep, getting their triggers. Do they have 2 more damage? Ooh, maybe not. All right, time to attack. They do decide they want to block. Okay. Yep. Get some of these. You're gonna be able to get some creatures back. It's just an epicure. It's nothing crazy. Get another missionary going. Some more life gain. They have no way to kill the Miria's Outrider, at least. Or the missionary, at least, I mean. They didn't have 2 damage last turn. Not sure they have it this turn. They're gonna keep their sacrifice up here to prevent us from gaining life. I think we do need to still gain some life, though. They're gonna kill the other one. Sacrifice the blood, okay. Now they're gonna be basically out of artifacts. So we're at 2. And they can't get anything back yet. Yep, we'll get this missionary. Alright, do they have 2 damage? That's the question. Okay, that's 1 damage. Do they have another Epicure in hand then? Oh, that's how they get it. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Yeah, dang. We were close there. Maybe there's something we could do to avoid that, but I'm not sure. GG's. All right, let's hit the deck tech. Alrighty, and we're back with the deck tech for Mira's Outrider. And you can kind of see in that first game, we needed some ways that we were missing some ways to blink it. We'd kind of leaning on the power of getting Mira's Outrider back. We didn't kill it that much. So I think I'm going to go less all in, completely on the return it to the battlefield, blink it plan. And I'm going to go in on more of a domain aggro plan. So I'm going to go ahead and just switch up that deck right now. I'm going to keep the Mira's Outrider as the main sort of finisher, or, you know, it would way to deal 5 damage to your opponent, but I'm going to switch up the deck otherwise. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that switch right now, and then I'll talk about the new deck. Alrighty, and here we are with the changed up deck from Mira's Outriders. Basically a domain zoo deck. That's kind of the direction I decided to go. You have Mira's Outrider as the top end, and you have Nishoba Brawler as a domain card, Weather Seed Treaty, Llanowar Green Widow. Leyline Binding is just fantastic in a domain deck. Guy's Might can get you +1/+1 until in a turn for each basic land type among lands you control. Rod is also a good domain card that you see in mono red a lot, but now you can actually give it the +2/+2 for 1 red mana, which is pretty good. You mean a 2 and a 5/3. That's pretty nice. That's sort of the plan. Just sort of get in a bunch of damage early, and then hope that your Miria's Outriders can come in and give your opponent that lethal damage at the end. Yeah. That's the plan. Hopefully this is an improvement and gives us a more consistent path to winning. But let's try it out in the ladder, see if that's true. Alrighty, we are going first, and it's not a great hand. We're gonna get rid of that. Yikes! Another bad hand. Gonna mulligan this one too, I believe. And I guess we're keeping this. A rider can go to the bottom. Got to keep the 2 land, and 1 treaty can go to the bottom. This is not how we're trying to have it go. Swamp, huh? I think we're gonna go blue here. That way we just have another domain for the Nishoba Brawler. We can cast all our green spells. Not gonna be able to double cast for a while anyway. So, okay, our opponent passed back their turn and did not do anything. So, might be free win o'clock. Alrighty, they're back. They played a land. Okay. 1 turn behind. See if that gives us what we need to get enough damage in. On Mold of 5, I don't know if 1 skip turn's enough, but you never know. Do they have a cut down? They're looking like they do. I just have a straight up removal spell for us. Go for the throat. Okay, goes after the Rodda's Firebrand. Land isn't terrible. Hit our opponent for big. 4 spots. Okay, now we got 5. Got the Weather Seed Treaty, or if we draw an untapped land, I can cast a Fleetfoot Dancer. We can cast that. We need to be a red, white, or green producing land. Untapped, which there's not that many of in our deck. Opponent is in their post-combat main phase now. Alright, well, we'll try to attack. So yeah, removal spell for our brawler. And grasp. Okay, that's taking him 2 damage though. Now we get a Weather Seed Treaty, and we're fine to start with the land and get it tapped. We already have everything, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get a forest, since we have all the colors represented here with the island and all that. So now we have 3 green mana, 2 red mana, 1 white mana, 1 blue mana, 1 black mana. Liliana. Well, got a Fleetwood Dancer that's going to have a problem about that. We have this Landlord Green Widow to discard too, which is not terrible for us, honestly. Get a Sapperling going. Pay for this Dancer. I think we do have to kill the Liliana, though. Want the other cards in our hand, for sure.
Fine. I'll take my zombie.
Now another Liliana isn't as good. They don't have an Invoke this turn yet, certainly. Shelter would be pretty good, though, right here. They discarded one earlier, though. They have a Gix, okay. Gix is coming in. Yeah, I think we just want to give it to the Fleetwood Dancer. No reason to not. If you give it to the 1/1, they could cut it down, so no reason to expose ourselves to that. And we'll get the Iconoclast going, and now we can tap with the 1/1 pretty freely. As well, since they have to block one of our other creatures. Nice thing about this, it'll get +1/+1. It can get cut down, but it was the cut down check, essentially what I was going to say. Alrighty, well, you know, that's not how you always want to win a game of Magic, but, you know, hey, they missed a turn, but we were on a mull to 5, so I don't know if that evens out or whatever, but we still, first game in, we got a dub. Maybe it's a little suspicious, but hey, we got there. Alrighty, we're going first, and I think we'll keep this. Opponent's mulliganing. I think we're going to lead on the Neshoba Brawler on turn 2 since it has more damage. Since we can get the, make it a... And it doesn't die to whatever they would have here, like a... Play with fire at least as well. Opponent's like, dang, 3/3? It could be against mono red here. It's possible. We want that Fleetfoot Dancer if that's the case. Ooh, green red. Of my Iconoclast. Yep, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do I want to trade with the Iconoclast? Do I want to play my own Iconoclast? Do I want to ramp? If I ramp this turn, next turn I can play Firebrand and Iconoclast. That's not great. Pretty sure if I attack, they're just going to block. And I kind of want this Brawler around still. This is a tough decision. It's actually going to matter. I don't think we want to get this and just get to the last stage, but yeah, I think we are going to cast this Weather Seed Treaty. What do we want to get here? Mountain, I believe. I want another red source. You know what? Yeah, we're going to attack. I think they're going to block, but, well, you know, we come here to attack. So this is what we're doing. Yep. Get in that block. Secure that block. Still do the 1 to them. They mulliganed, so we got to just press the advantage here. Alright, we're going to get our 1/1 here. And do I cast an... So next turn I can play both Iconoclast and Treaty, potentially if I draw an untapped land. So this turn I'm just going to play this Firebrand and keep up the Lightning Strike and pass. And we can also activate the Rada as well to prevent it from getting killed with a play with fire. Do you have a second one? Okay. They have a second one, but they had to get 2 play with fires to get with for a card, and they're already in a mulligan, so. Alright, thankfully we do have a Lightning Strike for that. You have our 6/6. Get another Weather Seed Treaty down. Don't really think I need a land anymore, so just gonna go ahead and get the Saproling, play the Mountain, and pass. See if our opponent has any more big creatures. Alright, Jewel Thief's solid. And Casting Naturalist. Okay, opponent is doing their thing over there. Attacking like this. One's gonna block and take some damage. Okay, down to 6. But now we're both staring at each other. The only thing is I have the mana advantage. Alright, so let's draw something good here. No blocks, yeah, no worries here. Come on, let's get a Fleetwood Dancer or something. Mirror's Outcast would be good. Okay, that's you know, just casual lethal is pretty good too. I'll take lethal. Not bad, huh? GG's. Alrighty, we're going first. And they're going to have to play this on red, I believe, but we'll keep. Lead with the Headquarters. Play a Thran Portal on red. See what our opponent's on. Toxic, okay. It's not bad. So I think, actually, I want to play this Iconoclast to block their toxic creature there. Slaughter Singer, damn. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, no blocks. Guess we're gonna race. Going in on the red mana. Tag the Iconoclast. Yeah. I'm going in on the race. I should have maybe attacked or played the Rada Firebrand last round. No, it's basically the same amount of damage. We have this Gaia's Might to protect the creature, though. Yep. Poison. Opponent's gonna try to poison us out, but we're gonna try to damage them out. Duelists, sure. Go to my turn. Binding's not bad. So we don't have black. It's the only thing we don't have. So I think we might play this turn. Get our Leyline Binding down to 1 white mana. And I guess we'll try to Leyline Binding that Duelist right now. Just so we can attack freely. They have a protection spell? It's very possible they do. 5-bar stand, okay. It's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and pass then and play this Rada's Firebrand. Taking a bunch of damage. Probably gonna need to draw a second Gaia's Might next turn to win. So we're gonna go down to 1 poison left. Okay, that's what we're doing. Another Duelist, sure. And another Duelist, okay. So let's see. They have 1 damage to block. Well, so can we put in 19 damage this turn? This is 9. Can we get 10 more damage? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this could be 10. I think that could be it, folks. Yeah. This is what we're doing. And we trample over whichever one they block. Or we just make it not be able to block. Oh, we didn't even need a ley lines binding. I forgot about that. Alright. Is that lethal? Oh my goodness. Wow. You ever kill your opponent out of nowhere? Oh, that one felt good. Wow. I didn't have it added up in my head, and we just came away with a dub. I mean, that one's impressive. Wow. It felt like we stole that one. GG's. Alrighty. Opponent's going first this time, but this hand, it's like it'll cast our spells, so. Missing a little bit for the domain, but it's alright. Phoenix check, sure. And next time we get a brawler down. Since you can block most of their ground bound stuff. Either way, it didn't matter what we played. Once I drew the proving ground, I was like, oh, is there a way for us to get 4 domain next turn? But there isn't. We're on the 3 domain plan either way. Because there's, we're adding a mountain, so we're only on tap land. Because obviously we have to play something this turn, so. So if they have a lightning strike here, it means they at least aren't, they're gonna cycle something? Sure. Fleetwood Dancer is gonna be crucial, certainly. Oh, they must be stuck on lands. Reckless Impulse. So yeah, that seems to be the case. Stuck on lands. Didn't hit any there. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. So Xander's Lounge can get us a little more mana going. So let's see. We want to be able to play this next turn. So we have white, green, red, colorless. Okay, so we gotta play the Proving Ground this turn. I believe play the Rada's Firebrand. Attack our opponent. Opponent looks like they're on the defensive now. Especially if we get this Fleetwood Dancer. Basically took a turn off. They can cast 2 Epicures this turn, but I imagine now they're just gonna slam a Mechanized Warfare. To kill the Friday Firebrand. I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, Epicure, sure. We can make one of them not be able to block, though. Double Epicure. Yeah, they're gonna get their card advantage. And the Impulse. They have another spell. And the Festivities. Okay, that's not bad. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and just Fleetwood Dance on them. Got Trample, so feel free to block however you would like. We'll go up to 15 with this Angel Fire Ignition for next turn. We have a Guy's Might as well, so it's probably looking good. Doubt they can do 15 for us, even if they, play out. And the Festivities and Mechanized Warfare. We're keeping both our creatures. Okay, yeah, they decided they did not want any of that work. Yeah, Angel Fire Ignition here. Come in with the damage. Line them all up to block. Sure. Give this +4/+4. Kill our opponent. Yeah. That's the mono red experience when you got the Fleetwood Dancer and the Angel Fire Ignition in your deck. Spoiler alert, it's a lot easier. GG's. Alright, our opponent's going first. They took 1 mulligan. This is the hand I believe we can keep. Spard's Headquarters into Mountain lets us cast a lot of our spells. We can Thran Portal for the Swamp if need be. Gonna lead on Jetmir's Garden now, though. Opponents on Bant. But knows we're on Naya Domain. Kami, sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll attack. They can't block. And we're gonna cast this Iconoclast. I'm gonna play another thing that can't block. Borrowed Time. All right, what you gonna hit? Firebrand, sure. Okay, we'll attack here. See if they want to block. No blocks for my opponent. We'll get the Weather Seed Treaty down. Maybe we get a Mirror's Outrider next turn. Yeah, we'll get the Weather Seed Treaty down. Get a Swamp. Play a Jetmir's Garden. Pass the turn. Now we can Myriad's Outrider and Guise my next turn. Probably put this on. We have 3 red sources, 3 green sources, 3 white sources, 1 blue source. We don't really have any blue cards in the deck. I guess we'll put it on green. Green's the most prevalent color here. They attacked, really. Can we kill them this turn? We can get close. Oh, it's entering taps. We can't get that close. I kind of want to surprise him with that then. Get this Neshoba Brawler down and another Weather Seed Treaty. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Get this one on the Saproling though. And I don't think they'll have a way to wipe our board. We're all in on this, so they tap out for something. We have a huge amount of damage potentially coming their way. Circle of Confinement on the Brawler. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. What else do you have, opponent? The fact they were able to cast that for free was really nice for them. Hollowed Haunting. That might not get it done for you. Yeah, sorry about it, opponent. Yeah. Get in that damage. Yeah, I want to kill him with the Mirror Outrider, so doing it like this. We had the Guise might too, but I wanted a Mirror's Outrider kill, so that's what we're getting. GG's. I'll take it. All right. Let's head to the wrap-up. Alrighty, and we're here with the wrap-up for Mirror's Outrider Domain Zoo is what it ended up being. And the deck has some legs. I mean, it's not, I'm not going to sit here and say Mirror's Outrider is the best card in Standard and need to put it in every Domain Zoo deck. But I think it was a fun build around, just putting it in the top end of a Domain Zoo. I do think there are better, top ends. If you want to play a 5-drop in this deck, which I'm not really sure 5-drop is the way to go. If you do want to play a 5-drop in this deck, though, you can definitely go for the Rith Dragon. It's the Naya Dragon, the huge dragon that has a ward. That one's pretty good. I probably would just cut the Outrider for some number of Green Widow and Ignition. So I'd probably go up to 3 Green Widow and 3 Ignition, or maybe 4 Green Widow and 2 Ignition. Some sort of balancing effect like that. Lean more heavily on your 2-drops. You could add another 2-drop. It's possible that's what you'd want in the deck, but I think I would lean more heavily in the Green Widow Ignition area of the deck. But the deck itself, obviously it's almost entirely it's entirely consistent of cards from older sets. This deck has been around or been available to have been around in Standard for a while. So we're kind of just bringing it out for a test run here. It doesn't, didn't get a huge power boost with any of the new cards, certainly, but it's still really good. You're in a mono red mainly focused meta. So if you did cut the Outriders for Angel Fire Ignition, I think you'd be in a pretty good spot. It's a really good way to beat mono red is to be just a slightly bigger aggressive deck that also gains life. So I think this is the deck you could potentially play if you're really Feeling against mono red. Not a deck you want to run into mono black with, certainly. I mean, we beat them in the game where we mulliganed to 5, but they also skipped a turn. I mean, if your opponent skips a turn and you're on the play, I think you can beat mono black, right? I mean, but it's a tough matchup. Otherwise, it can shoot down a lot of your creatures. There's not a lot of value in our deck. Their deck's all around value. And control decks, your plan is to get under them. A nice thing is you actually do have a good bit of haste in this deck with the Iconoclast, the Fleetfoot Dancer, and then the Angel Fire Ignition. You can also provide haste. So you do have actually a little bit of haste in this deck to get in a bunch of damage early, and then this specific build, just untap, drop a Mirror's Outrider and kill him. It's a good deck. You have I think actually a solid win percentage, maybe 50 to 55% on the ladder, relatively high ranks ladder with this deck. Just basically based surely off the fact that you're gonna play a lot of mono red. You're gonna win some of those games. You're not like an 80-20 favorite in that matchup at all. I would say if they're on the play, you can definitely lose, but especially because you have a lot of tap lands and a lot of you have Thran Portal in your deck. But if you're on the play, you have a really good shot against mono red. You should win most of those games. If you're on the draw, you still have a shot, based off the back of turn 2 Nishoba Brawler to turn 3 Angel Fire Ignition. They don't have a Lightning Strike. That's a lot of life linking damage your opponent's going to incur. Yeah, fun deck. Thank you to mbalrog6 for creating it. Creating the shell that I sort of altered, the Mirror's Outrider suggestion, I guess, the suggestion that's the card you should play. It's fun. I like this build around. By the way, if you ever played this just draft format, Mirror's Outrider is absurd. So you'll recognize that card from there. Even if you just lightly a draft player, play a lot of standard. If you have played any draft for that format, you'll be like, oh, I actually do remember that card. It killed me several times. Yeah, that's what it does. But it's, I think, a little underpowered for standard, but definitely fun to include. You can. That's the thing about fun sort of pet cards is you can, if you build a good shell around them, and you don't say, hey, Mirror's Outrider, we're going to need you to be an A+ for us to win a game. If you don't ask that of Mirror's Outrider, you could definitely get some wins. And we're not asking that of Mirror's Outrider in this deck, is really the main point there. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you again to mbalrog6 for submitting. If you like this deck, probably like the last deck we played on the channel, it's on your screen right now. If you want me to play your deck in this spot, open the description, open the Google Forms link down there, submit your deck. I'll go ahead and play it. And mbalrog6 has submitted a lot of decks. I'm sure they'll be in the comments of this video talking about their deck and if they liked or didn't like my changes. And so that could be you in the next video if you submit your deck. So go ahead and do that. And always, until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.